October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 4. What is this? Well, all you have to do is go down in the description below and check out the playlist for the Ace Attorney playthrough going on the Ahdurin Region channel. You can also, while you're down there, leave a like, subscribe, and comment for more videos in the future. With that being said, let's go into your regularly scheduled programming. Let go. Oh look, it's Edgeworth.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Alright, let's go. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here, sir. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the Studio C. This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This here is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, represented by the V, went to Studio 1. You could tell because I did my little motion thing. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead, later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Thank you very much. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? I'm not actually going to, but I want to see what happens if you do. I'm sorry, could you describe that one more time? I should have known it would have been you, pal. Fine. Once more for the mentally challenged lawyer. Yeah. Live it up while you can, Gumshoe. Alright, we'll just go through here and you guys can listen to the music. You can see all the cool graphics and stuff. The fun things like that. Should I listen to the whole thing again? Now we can skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval.
Add that to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Now, why don't we call the security officer to the stand? Here we go. Will the witness declare her name? Oh no.
My, aren't you a handsome fella? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie. No need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please! Well, seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their name. That's a trend.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. It's back to my name. So even when I was young, I was old bag, that was just not my name. The children would make fun of me because my name. Can you believe it? But that was this boy, the captain of the chess game in school, and he called me an old bag just because I cried and I questioned and say,
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. Witness, shut up. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie. It's about the chess club and when he put the other dude in checkmate over my heart. Oh, man. Okay.
Perhaps we could get to the testimony, please. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie. Congratulations.
You may begin your testimony.
Well, she is one hell of an old bag. How fun. Alright, here we go. Witness testimony, the witness's account. Here we go.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing like a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 p.m. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., correct? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was headed towards the studio.
Wait just a moment. You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's, begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, well, this is going to be a lot of fun. We got to figure out how to get through all of this in one fell swoop. So, now, you guys know how we do this. If you don't, well, you're about to find out because we like to do this at every single run through. First things first, we're gonna...
Hold it!
So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio?
Well, there wasn't a security guard at the station, no. But, at the gate, sorry, but the main gate was locked, dearie. You'd need an employee card key to get in.
Right, the card key that I have. Huh. Interesting. Well, so what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there couldn't get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station?
Poor old Hammer and there had been doing the run-through.
Hold it!
A run-through.
They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. I got the basics figured out by noon and we're going to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5 p.m. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon?
I had some errands to run that morning.
What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question, ma'am.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
Not sure your boss would see it that way, but sure.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through, too.
Not now. You quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Up that.
Not a bad idea.
Okay, yeah, but no. Alright.
Hold it!
Did you see the victim then?
Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next. So you was at the main gate. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second?
Of course. I'm a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper?
No, it's just after seeing you eat those donuts in the guard station yesterday.
I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper-wapper. Nick? Is snipper-wapper a bad word?
No, it's a made-up word.
Old Windbag is losing it, Nick.
Why didn't you raise an objection then?
So the witness was on duty through the whole afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see next?
Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m.
How did you know that?
Oh, ho, ho. I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. And if you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job.
Well, poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Edwards might cut the man's salary some more. A certain man walked by you at 2 p.m.? What? 2 p.m.? You're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Nah, don't get your skippies all up in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was, Powers. Yeah, that man right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to go even higher for some reason. So you saw Mr. Powers.
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Alright, well, I'm not actually going to pull out the secret weapon yet.
Nick, doesn't she seem like she's enjoying this a little too much?
Windbags love gossiping about other people's misfortunes.
Can't you get a kick somewhere else?
Day of the murder? Okay, we got through all of this stuff. Well, we know what to do at this point. Drat. Yeah, we got the point. Okay. Let's try this again. Click the button a lot of times. Here we go. It was Powers. It was. Because I have something to show you right here that says it's not. So...
Objection!
Now let me get this straight, Miss Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. Oh, God. Aren't you her, my witness?
Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, Witness. She's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that this person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
Dang it! Always pulling out the proof. What? Huh? Wait, even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all of the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you.
This is a courtroom, ma'am. I feel like you would... I feel like that would be, like, known. You know? Just saying.
Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Well, Lindbeck has even left Edgeworth speechless. Wow, she's good. Let's, hear about your proof, then. The man in the photo. Now, I am actually going to leave this episode here. I know it's a bit of a shorter episode, but I think this is a solid place to stop, especially considering how long trials usually are. I feel like this next episode could be finishing off the trial. I don't want that to be like a really short one. So, This is where we will end it here. Thank you very much for watching and supporting the Ahdurin region in any way, shape, or form that you do. And until next time, everyone, take care.
Oh, we're talking about the man in the photo.